The Great Pyramid is located in the center of all land masses at the crossroads on Earth and was established by the ancients as the divider of all people on Earth. From the Great Pyramid Center, you may use a compass on a map to see how the world's leading cities correspond to specific math and geometry. The ancient Egyptians must have had knowledge of the highest, passed down by someone who understands how the universe works mathematically and geometrically, because they built a replica of the Earth, Moon, and Sun geometry, all in one structure. They created a perfect machine that could be used to lower the Earth's frequency to a deep meditation state of higher consciousness, using the Earth's pyramid vibration power and to induce a cosmic white light of higher frequency inside the body and mind, opening up the pineal gland and expanding it to have clairvoyance. In this video, we explore the discovery of a lost ancient Egyptian technology that has shocked the world. The Great Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu, was built by the 4th dynasty's second pharaoh, Khufu, son of Senefru. The pyramid was built in the Giza necropolis on the Giza Plateau and became one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid of Giza would remain the highest manufactured structure in the world after its completion, until the completion of Lincoln Cathedral in England in AD 1311. There are 3 known tombs within the pyramid, the lowest of which is a rock-cut chamber in the bedrock that appears incomplete. The Queen's and King's chambers are located in the superstructure, and new studies have revealed a vast void above the Grand Gallery. 2 funeral temples, 3 smaller pyramids for Khufu's wives, a satellite pyramid, and several mastabas for high-status officials and nobles surround the pyramid. During the 3rd dynasty, another step pyramid was built in the cemetery of Zawet el-Aryan, possibly by Pharaoh Khaba. This pyramid was smaller than the antecedent pyramids of Djoser and Sekhmet, although academics have differing views on whether it was completed or left unfinished. The pyramid had 5 steps, but only 2 exist today, exposing the pyramid's core. A long, steep stairway and corridor leading to a straight vertical shaft and a T-shaped crossway in the substructure. Another hallway with 32 storage chambers connects to this, as does another passage that descends to the main burial chamber. Most people are unaware that in addition to the famous Giza trio of pyramids, there are 2 lesser pyramids with only their foundations left, one of which is the Pyramid of Zawet el-Aryan. The larger of the 2 is known as the unfinished North Pyramid of Zawet el-Aryan and is located around 5 kilometers south of Giza. The smaller is known as the Layer Pyramid. Archaeologists claim that they are incomplete pyramids. However, many hypotheses believe that they're not incomplete and were dismantled long ago. They believe the underground structure is not a burial chamber or grave, and the granite bathtub unearthed by archaeologists is not a sarcophagus. On the other hand, when it comes to online material on the incomplete North Pyramid of Zawet el-Aryan, you will find that it is frequently incorrect or deceitful. To put simply, the origin of these ancient ruins has remained a historical enigma to this day. An Italian archaeologist, Alessandro Barsanti, discovered the pyramid's ruins in 1900 and began digging in 1904. His first narrative, written in French, details the underground corridors, chamber, and odd round bathtub. His description of the stone tub and how it was sealed and preserved is incredible. Even though Barsanti was awestruck by the high quality of the stonework on the falling well and the open region at the bottom, no one else paid attention to this monument. Since 1964, the pyramid has been in a military zone, and further excavation is prohibited. The North Pyramid of Zawet el-Aryan is built entirely of local limestone. It stands nearly as tall as the Great Pyramid of Giza due to its 200-meter-long base. A gigantic descending tree was carved into this rock, leading to an underground cavern. Even though all of the stone boxes, not sarcophagi, discovered in the pyramids were empty, and all of the pharaohs and aristocrats were buried in the Valley of the Kings, archaeologists still link this interior chamber to a burial function, where the pharaoh was meant to be buried. According to some experts, the structure and interior architecture of the pyramids imply that they were technical instruments designed to receive energy from the Earth and the cosmos, and presumably utilized this energy for various uses. Some argue that the pyramid builders, in Atlantis, employed liquids and gases inside the pyramids, which is intriguing given the granite tank at the foot of Zawet al-Aryan's North Pyramid. Others suggest that the subsurface water veins caused electrical and sonic vibrations amplified by the pyramid's construction. Suppose the underground room was simply a mistake and was initially intended to be a burial vault. A great amount of resources were squandered. On the other hand, if the chamber was an intrinsic element of the Great Pyramid's general architecture and served a purpose, what could that purpose be? There has never been a shortage of hypotheses throughout the years outlining what the Great Pyramid of Giza and other pyramids were initially constructed for, from a tomb, to a temple of initiation, to a gadget. What needs to be added is a theory explaining why all of the ancient Egyptian pyramids were created. More crucially, scientific experimentation needs to be improved in any theory. No one has ever made a scale model of the Great Pyramid. However, there would be no theory to test if no one knew what the Great Pyramid was, supposing it was a device. A marine engineer, John Cadman, noticed something that had been overlooked for decades. Edward Kunkel proposed the hypothesis that the Great Pyramid was entirely a water pump in his book, The Pharaoh's Pump, in 1962. Cadman came to find the book while browsing titles in a used bookstore one day. Intriguingly, he bought Kunkel's book and discovered that Kunkel's water pump theory was close to the mark. Cadman, knowledgeable with hydraulics and hydraulic-powered devices, remarked that the design of the Great Pyramid's subterranean chamber and associated tunnels appeared familiar. The builders of the Great Pyramid are now linked to the mystery of the Zawet al-Aryan. It's been suggested that the site was not a half-built pyramid, but a designated outflow region where water pushed by the Great Pyramid was directed. Examining the securely sealed circular tub covered with clay and lime served as a reservoir designed to receive water pumped from subsurface sources. Some believe it could have been the point of water emergence. It's possible that the tub was shut during a period when the pump was not in use to prevent leaking. Over time, the hole filled with a messy pile of limestone blocks resembling a natural springs burial. It's possible that ancient civilizations built a massive underground irrigation network pushed by a strong pump that extended to Zayat el-Aryan and throughout Egypt. In early 1999, John Cadman went to great lengths to prove this theory. He was interested in Kunkel's book and decided to build a scale model of the pyramid using his years of knowledge in hydraulics, focusing primarily on the subterranean chamber to test its viability as a water pump. In July 1999, he began building his first model, which used a nearby river as a water source. He was able to pump water on his model after numerous trials successfully. This unequivocally demonstrated to Cadman that the Great Pyramid could be a massive water pump. He was adamant that the designers of the subterranean chamber within the Great Pyramid thoroughly comprehended their project and carried it out intentionally. Cadman's working model revealed an unexpected discovery trapped in the concrete as he undertook an additional investigation. The pump produced a vertical compression wave resembling a recurrent heartbeat-like thump, which could be felt 20 feet away through the ground and heard from more than 100 feet away. This finding represented a paradigm change if the Great Pyramid's subterranean chamber produced pulse waves. These waves would have traveled through the granite-topped chambers and tunnels, culminating in atmospheric ionization. Because of the reflecting qualities of granite, this action would have generated an electric field. In layman's words, the subterranean pump's pulses would have interacted with the pyramid's granite, producing electricity. As a result, Cadman demonstrated not just the Great Pyramid's ability to act as a water pump for irrigation reasons in ancient Egypt, but also that it had the potential to generate electricity. Some experts concluded that the hole at Zawet el-Aryan was connected to the Great Pyramid via underground passages. However, these tunnels could have been used for something other than irrigation, such as transporting electrified water to power plants. The forbidden ancient technology lurking beneath it could be responsible for the abrupt conclusion of a study at the site and its subsequent containment within a heavily guarded military zone. Zawet el-Aryan may conceal evidence of a technologically advanced ancient Egypt. These buried facts have the potential to transform our understanding of human history profoundly. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. And while you're still there, make sure to click the video on your screen for more quality content.